Hey gang, and welcome to another Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and the month of July is almost upon us in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and you know what that means. It's time to check out some more updates and changes that are happening throughout the month. Whether you're in the Northern Hemisphere and you're enjoying the warm months of summer, or you're in the Southern Hemisphere and your island is covered in snow, don't worry, I've got updates and changes for both of you. There'll be new items to collect, new bugs, fish, sea creatures to catch, and a lot more happening, including some neat events as well. So I'll be going over all the details that you need to know about the month of July for 2021 in the game. There's a lot of fun stuff happening, so let's get straight into this. Number 1. Events. The first event that's happening in July happens on the second Saturday of the month until 6 PM, which is of course the Summer Fishing Tourney. Now I realize that for a lot of you, you may be familiar with this already. This event happens a few times throughout the year, and for those of you who've been playing the game for quite a while, you've probably already done it, but I still really love the Fishing Tourney, and for those players who haven't tried it before, I highly recommend trying it for the first time. This event is a lot of fun, and there's a different bunch of items to collect throughout it. You can make a lot of extra bells from fish as well, and even if you have played it before, I feel like it's a nice mini kind of distraction. It's nice to see your villagers doing different stuff around the island than they usually do. It's a great way to make some more bells if you're in need of those for whatever reason. I mean, I just use turnips, but hey, why not, you know? And of course you can have a chat with our friend CJ, who has amazing freckles just like my character, so why not? Then on the fourth Saturday of the month, sadly for Northern Hemisphere players only, there is the Bug Off. Like with the Fishing Tourney, you can get some pretty cool items here. You can make a lot of extra bells from bugs, and I have to say personally, I think the bug items in this game are amazing, and if you don't have them all, you definitely need to get your hands on them. Throughout the months, we often wonder what new items are going to be added, but there's a lot of items that I feel like people haven't got their hands on yet. For example, the artisanal bug cage is my absolute favorite item that you can get from Flicks during these events, so if you don't have those items yet, definitely head out there and get them. I also recommend playing online with your friends too if you can, or with local play or co-op play, because it does make it a lot more fun, and you can actually compete with people as well, which is something that I feel like a lot of people don't actually know about. Number 2, seasonal items. So I'm not going to go too in depth about this here in this video because I did actually make another video about this already, but I just wanted to quickly mention that there are of course new seasonal items which you can get through the Nook Shopping tab. These are really cool. There's 2 that are returning from last year and 2 that are brand new, one which actually goes on your door as you can see behind my player character. So you'll want to get these before it's too late. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to go over the dates and everything like that. I think it's better just to check out the dedicated video on that, so I'll link that in the cards if you guys want to watch that. But just keep an eye out throughout the month with your Nook Shopping tab, and you most likely won't miss any of these because there's only 4 of them to collect. I definitely do recommend getting your hands on them though, as there are some pretty cool ones and new items which only just recently got added this year. So if you played the game last July, there are new things for you to get here, which is exciting. Number 3, bush changes. Very sadly, our hydrangea bushes in the Northern Hemisphere will actually go away, but on July 21st, the hibiscus bushes, which just personify summertime to me, will be coming into bloom, and they look really pretty. These bushes always kind of remind me of Tortimer's Island and Cap'n in the previous Animal Crossing game, New Leaf, so I really love having them around my island. I really feel like they make the island feel more tropical, more summery, so yes, from July 21st, you can enjoy these. For Southern Hemisphere players, there aren't really any bush changes happening throughout the month of July, so you don't need to worry too much. I believe that right now the camellia bushes should be in bloom, but I might have to double check that later on because I'm not 100% sure, as I'm not a Southern Hemisphere player. I will say though, for Northern Hemisphere players, you can definitely enjoy these hibiscus bushes. You can of course get them in red, and you can also get them in yellow as well. Just make sure you enjoy those hydrangeas before they go away, because it won't be too long before they disappear from your islands until next year. Number 4, aesthetical and weather changes. Throughout the month of July, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you'll be able to experience the grass slowly getting darker and darker until it's a very dark green in the month of August. You'll also notice your trees getting darker in color as well. They start to look a bit more faded as summer progresses around your island. There's also another change in terms of the weather. You can experience a lot more rain in the month of July, it seems like, which is a lot of fun. I personally really love the rain, which may surprise some of you as I'm from England, and as you may know, it rains here a ton. But there's just something about rain in Animal Crossing that's really peaceful to me. I honestly really love it. It's a great time to go out fishing and chatting with your villagers whilst wearing some nice raincoats. And of course, you can actually catch your frog villagers not using their umbrellas, which is a really nice detail when it rains. So you lot will have to let me know how much it rains throughout the month of July on your islands. I'd love to hear if you're experiencing a lot of it. Number 5, new bugs, fish, and sea creatures. The month of July is an amazing month to catch bugs if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm sorry for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, but right now we get to enjoy the really rare bugs which tend to spawn on palm trees. I'm talking about the beetles which sell for tons and tons of bells. These are perfect to farm. You can get an absolute ton of bells from them from selling them to Nook's Cranny, so it's something that I always recommend, especially if you're trying to make money really fast within this game. Of course, if you didn't play this month last year, there'll be a lot of new bugs for you to actually go out there and catch, so you definitely will be able to make some good progress on your encyclopedia and in your museum this month. Of course, there are some new fish to catch and new sea creatures as well. I always recommend checking out the site Nookopedia, as they actually have very detailed infographics on when you can see these fish arrive, when they leave, where exactly to catch them, so I always recommend doing that. Give it a quick Google and you won't regret it, basically. So yes, definitely go out there and catch those bugs. That's the best tip I can give. For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, you don't get the bugs, but there are definitely some cool critters to catch throughout the month, so don't worry too much. So I'd love for you lot to let me know what you think about these changes happening around your island. I know that July isn't the craziest month in Animal Crossing New Horizons. In fact, not half as much is going on as in the month of June or even April or May, so it's a bit of a shame, but there are still some fun things to do, and especially if you didn't play the game much last year, there'll be a lot for you to enjoy this month. I always really love summertime in Animal Crossing New Horizons, but I have to say I am definitely more excited for the month of August, where we get the Fireworks Festival, new items related to that. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you stay tuned for that video when we get closer to August. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you did, and if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Animal Crossing videos.